My mentor said, throw out the rule book. I was really happy to hear this advice because that's what I wanted to do anyway. But my mind kept telling me scary stories about what might happen if I did. I'd been studying marketing for years, working to build a business with my massage and energy healing. But the things I was learning about marketing didn't feel good, so I couldn't make myself do them. It felt like manipulation. Basically, I was supposed to say, I have it all figured out, and if you pay me lots of money, I'll tell you what I've learned from all my years of struggle, and then all your problems will be solved. But I couldn't say that. I've learned lots of things in my own challenges with my health, but I'm always learning more, and I don't have all the answers. So I can share the things that have been helpful to me, but that didn't give me enough confidence to be able to promote my services in that way. Since I borrowed money to take the training and get certified in the Yuen method of energy healing, I was fast running into financial problems. I wasn't bringing in much money, and the bills were piling up. One thing was good. I had one or more bills due pretty much every week. So I didn't just panic once a week. I didn't just panic once a month. I got to panic every week. It reached a point where most of my time was spent trying to figure out how can I bring in more money in a way that feels good. That was when my mentor told me, throw out the rule book. He said, you're letting your financial situation distract you from your joy. And if it wasn't your finances, it would be something else. If you would put as much focus on what brings you joy as you have been putting on your finances, things will change. You'll feel differently. I decided right then that I wasn't going to allow my finances or anything else in my life to distract me from what felt good and what brought me joy. I knew I was pretty miserable being worried every day about how I was going to pay the bills and scared that I might lose my house. And I found out pretty quickly that putting as much focus on my joy as I had been putting on my finances was a whole lot of focus. I began making plans for a celebration and ceremony for my 50th birthday. And in the process, I realized that I'd never planned a party for myself before. And I found out why. It was hard for me to receive. Sure, I know how to smile and say thank you when somebody gives me a gift, but I realized I didn't know how to receive inside. Focusing on what brings me joy has helped me to open and truly connect with another and receive what they give. As I spent more time and energy focusing on thoughts and activities that brought me joy, how I felt inside gradually changed. My outer circumstances didn't change much, but I knew they would at some point because I felt so different about myself. I realized that what I had done was shift my focus from feeling scared and thinking there was something wrong with me to focusing on the parts of myself I like, enjoy, and feel good about. In my effort to change my financial situation, I was unintentionally focusing on that which I didn't want. And now I am focusing on that which I do want. And it feels so much better. Learning to redirect my focus has changed my experience of life. I've also realized how important it is to truly acknowledge and feel whatever emotions I have. Emotions are life energy expressing through my body and mind. When I judge some of them as negative or wrong or inappropriate and shut down on them, I'm shutting down on life energy trying to express through me. Then I stop the flow and the energy bounces around inside me and causes crazy thinking and interferes with my body's ability to function properly. But when I simply acknowledge the truth of how I feel, whether that's pissed off or really scared, it allows the energy to keep moving through me, and then after a while I feel different. I was talking to a friend and telling her that my granddaughter was going to be spending the winter in Texas, 3,000 miles away. She would be celebrating her 3rd birthday while she was there, and I was really sad about missing that, and I was missing her. My friend was trying to comfort me, and I was surprised when all of a sudden I felt a flash of anger at her. When I told her what I felt, I said, I think it's because what I need from you is just to be with me and acknowledge how I feel. She said, well, I was just trying to be helpful. When I see somebody in the ditch, I want to pull them out. I said, I understand, and I need to pull myself out of the ditch. If other people are always pulling me out, I don't ever learn how to do it myself. And what I need most is just for you to sit in the ditch with me for a few minutes while I feel bad. That will let the energy move through me, and then I'll be able to decide what to do next, where I want to focus, and what other choices I want to make. And I'll probably be able to figure out how to get it out of the ditch myself. If I am having trouble, I can ask questions then, when I'm ready, and I would be able to hear what you had to say. The other part I've just realized recently the importance of is physical movement. When I'm moving my body, it's easier for me to receive information from my environment and from what's happening in my life. Think about children. They're always moving, and they're learning at top speed. They're receiving information from their environment all the time. A few days ago, I was still unclear about my message and how to talk about it. So I asked my son for help. He's the most wise, present person I know that I can ask for help from. He said, "What's going on?" If I knew what was going on, I wouldn't need to ask for help. But you do know. Well, what I know now is that when you ask me that question, I feel like crying. What's your message? That when I stay with my body and feel what I feel, that the energy can keep moving and flowing through my body, and then after a while I feel different? Can you use your message to help you with what you're feeling right now? What is your body telling you? My first response was, I don't know. But then I took a breath and paused and calmed down and looked a little deeper. And I realized that what my body was telling me was that I needed to move. I'd been so uncomfortable that I was shutting down and things were blocked up. Suddenly I knew that if I went outside and walked or jumped on the trampoline, that the energy in my body would move, and then I would be able to think more clearly. So I did go outside, and the next morning I woke up and there was clarity about my message in a way that I hadn't had before. It is about throwing out the rule book. We have been so closed up in our lives, interacting with others only in a certain way. And it's time for us to reconnect with ourselves and share who we are from an authentic, real place. The three things that have helped me the most are focus, feelings, and movement. When I slow down and really notice where my thoughts are during the minutes of the day, I have the opportunity to redirect my focus to what feels good, and that changes my experience. I'm being gentle with myself when I really give myself permission to feel what I feel and not think it should be different. When I accept how I feel and the situation I find myself in, the energy can move through. Emotions are energy, and all energy contains information. When I move my body, I'm present in it. And when I'm present in my body and moving, it's easier to receive the information from the emotional energy and from my environment, from what's happening in my life. One of the easiest, simplest ways to stay connected to my body that's available to me anytime, anywhere, is conscious breathing. I'm interested to know how my message affects you. Can you relate to it? Does it have meaning for you? Please leave a comment below this video. I'd love to engage in dialogue with you about how what I'm talking about here that's changed my life might be helpful to you. And please share the link for this video with other people that you think could be helped by what I have to say. I have a gift for you if you want to vote for me, or if you just want to email me at janet@emergingbalance.com. I'll send you the link for another video that I just made a few minutes ago and I'm really excited about. I'm stepping into a new part of my life and I'm so excited about it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening.